Real motion getter. Stay in motion. Gonna keep that motion. We gonna stay on top. $1 million nigga. $1 billion nigga. This is not no cap talk.
Motion Mondays with Dreamwise. We are here. Gratitude to the family, peace to the gods and goddesses out there. Let's get it on. Motion Mondays is where I go down my Instagram feed and I give y'all my specific feed that feeds your spirit in a powerful, profound, positive way. Cause we high vibration over here, baby. We ain't with none of that low vibrational shit. So, hey, this is the time to cleanse your energy. This is the time to feed your spirit, feed your thoughts with positive outlooks on the day. I can hear some of y'all now. I don't want to do it. I'm trying to stay negative. We'll keep on staying in that low vibrational shit because at the end of the day, guess what? Hey, you only poisoning yourself, baby. So you might as well change that poison into gold. What's the deal, family? What's the word? What's the word? I see y'all in here. Yes, sir. Like this thing up. Share this thing up. It go down. All right, let's get it started. So yeah, well, you know, I've been out away last week because we went on a quick vacay for the kiddos. And it was fun, you know what I'm saying? We went to one of them water parks where they had the whole resort thing planned out. They got activities for the kids and stuff like that. And, you know, it was one of those adventures that you have to do with your kids, especially me having 4 kids, 4 babies, too, 4 little kids. My oldest is 9. So then, and my youngest is 1. And I was with my 1-year-old the whole time in that damn water park. And there's something about them 1-year-olds. They ass in water, they just they drink in the water. They you know, obviously they don't know, so they just kept on. My son kept on going. I'm like, nah, come on. Took him to the kiddie park. I'm like, hold on, dog. Oh shit, we seen a little kid. This kid had to be 4 or something. No, maybe he was probably 3 or something like that, whatever. Nigga, his parents must have said, nah, you just pee in the water. This little kid pulled down his pants and started peeing in the water for real. I said, oh, hell nah, chaos in the blood, baby. Hey, them kids be funny, dog. You just got to watch them. Some of them be off the chain. Peace, family. But we here. Yeah, trying to taste whatever it is, Rohan. I was just the whole time. All right, let's get it on. Let me share my Instagram. We're gonna push this powerful energy into us right here, right now. This is a clip by me.
Hell, 10 years ago, they didn't know shit about melanin. And they're talking about the physical body, but the main key element and stuff, every element that you need is inside your body. You see what I'm saying? Now, alchemy is the study of melanin. And the key element that you need more than anything is water because if the other things, sulfur, mercury, salt.
Did y'all drink water today? Hell no, nigga. I know y'all. Did y'all drink water today? See, and I get it, man. You know, it's more and more information coming out, fruit juice and shit like that. Okay, that's water too. Fuck it. But even with the glass water and all this other stuff, we got to really just get back to the basics and say, fuck it, man. Let me just get some water inside my system and alchemicalize that water with my thoughts alone. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, all that stuff, Yaki and some of these other boys are saying, that's cool. We get it, right? But damn, let me just get some bottled water inside of me, right? And infuse that water to work for me. But you pick up on information, and then all of a sudden, your mind starts running into a whole nother direction when it could just be moving. It could have been already moving just based off of your thoughts and saying this water is working for me. So get you some water in, man. Get you some water, H2O. Let's move to the next one. Real quick. Let's get it on.
90% of the thoughts that we think on a daily basis are the same thoughts as the day before. So if you think that your thoughts have something to do with your destiny, and 90% of your thoughts are the same known thoughts that you're always thinking, then your life should stay the same, because the same thoughts lead to the same choices. The same choices lead to the same behaviors. Same behaviors create the same experiences. The same experiences produce the same emotions. Those same emotions tend to influence.
You are not your thoughts, family. You are not your thoughts. So understand that in order to change your world, you're going to have to change your thoughts. And the way you do that is by silencing the mind, sitting still and understand what your thoughts are already programmed with. Because that silence is very loud. And I'm not talking about listening to music or meditating with music or some kind of auto suggestions. I'm saying sitting silent within yourself and letting the noise run supreme in your mind and being consciously aware, because you're basically just the observer observing them thoughts that's coming to you. Because again, those are ego-driven thoughts based off of this world that we're living in. So now you just want to be able to observe those and see what kind of beta mode you be in. Because that beta mode is programming your world to have motion or the lack of motion that moves you into different adventures down here in this matrix. Because some of them thoughts might be self-sabotaging and killing you inside, poisoning you inside, to where you can cause dis-ease and disharmony in your spirit. So you really want to be mindful of what you're thinking on a daily basis, over and over and over again. Let's keep it rolling. I'm gonna go through some of these fast because I want the family I want us to get into the rhythm of catching this information and letting it infuse our spirit accordingly. You feel me? Let's get it.
You meet people on the same level of psychological wound as you.
Oh, man.
You also leave people where if you evolve out of that and they haven't been able to.
Wow. So you think we attract people based on our psychological wounds?
100%.
Wow. And as we start to heal and grow, if the other person's not healing and growing, we kind of pull away.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You meet people on the...
You're in the world, but you're not of this world. And you're in a world where there's different levels of consciousness happening at the same time. So you want to understand that whenever you are running into people, you're either going to run into high vibrational people just based off of your spirit being high vibrational and your energy being in a high vibrational state, or you're going to constantly feed into the low vibrational people that doesn't serve you. And then obviously that's going to reflect in fights, arguments, the low vibrational shit that your mama and your great grandma and them used to carry on because they were addicted to that feeling. You want to understand this, right? You'll be in two separate worlds as you start to move into more higher vibrations, higher vibrational shit. My partners now, who I fuck with and call partners now, fucking brother Yosef. I talk to him. I talk to Will. That's it. Shit, you feel me? D-Ray, and then my Patreon family. So now, obviously back then, I was fed into a whole bunch of low vibrational shit where I kept on constantly hearing drama and trauma about this one doing this in the strip club and about this happening here. And that shit was addicting. Like, hey, what she did what? I knew they was going to get in the fight. That bitch didn't like her anyway. I knew it. You feel me? So now all of a sudden you just step back and realize, wait a minute. I don't even, that shit doesn't even have nothing to do with me because it's fucking up my energy and my days. So once you know better, you grow better. And then in growing, you'll just start to move in a more attractive way where you start to bring in happiness, joy, and fun into your life. You feel me? By bringing in powerful people into your life. We just watched that movie Snow White yesterday. Snow White, and I could decode it real quick. Okay, what was Snow White? Snow White was essentially the fallen daughter. It's all the same Gnostic story over and over and over again. So she had a stepmom. Stepmom kills dad, right? Mom dies early. Stepmom kills dad, and essentially the stepmom is the queen of the kingdom. Remember, the kingdom is just your mind, right? So all that you can survey and see. And essentially Snow White became the help, if you will, in her own world, in her own kingdom, because she was supposed to run supreme in that bitch. You feel me? So the queen represented, or the stepmom, which became the queen, represented, you know, the poisonous nature of the ego. You feel me? The glamour and shit. So the mirror is just a self-reflection. So every time she looked in the mirror, who's the prettiest of them all, she was just into the glamour. You feel me? But really, the true game is to be in this unconditional love. So then Snow White meets this guy, or the prince, soon to be prince, whatever, the guy. And the guy just represents, you know, essentially, you know, Shiva energy, right? And it's all the Shakti, Shiva, Ice, Offset, Osar stories. You know what I'm saying? Just finding that divine love, because it's cosmic energy becoming one. You feel me? In the masculine, feminine principles of this thing, to become one, to become whole, right? It's not necessarily that you got to find a male counterpart or a female counterpart. It's just you finding the energy inside of you to become holistic in your own world and conscious and awake. So she gets poisoned with the red apple. The red apple is just the glamour, or like, you know, eating from the tree when Eve ate from the tree, the apple, the tree of life, right? And she eats the apple and she goes into sleep. That's you being unconscious and unaware of your mind. So then, long story short, the 7 dwarves, or the 7 Munchkin people, is your chakra system, right? They're just working with you to get back into an enlightened state. And she kisses the prince, comes, finds her. Well, no, the prince and the black dude, they're in that prison cell based off of the queen had found them. She locked them up in the prison cell. And shit, that nigga needed courage to get out. So essentially he broke that chain, shackles, right? Remember, the prison cells and all of that is the subconscious mind. So you got to go into the darkness to come out with some light. So he went into the prison with the black dude, which was a Moor also. That shit was great. That shit was good. Y'all go watch that Snow White. And they came together and had found courage to break free of the shackles that was holding them back. And he went out to the forest, found her, kissed her pineal gland, right? She awoken. Then she defeated the queen. And then the whole village turned white. And you remember, white is just pure consciousness. You feel me? So when they had all that white, it's just you being in a pure blissful state of consciousness, aware, right? In the world, but not of the world, conscious, aware, the ultimate observer. So then tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the kid that stabbed the white kid. Ugh. I could just, hey, what? So, man, hey, I've been going down a rabbit hole with that shit. And I'm just been reading the stories like, oh shit. And I'm gonna do something tomorrow on it. The kid Carmelo and the Austin Metcalf. Carmelo Anthony, not related to the NBA player, and the Austin Metcalf dude. I'm gonna tell y'all the spiritual ties to that tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Central Time. Y'all not gonna want to miss this because that's gonna be fly. Nigga, they said that boy was sitting back. He just went to a tent. No, look, okay, so this is what happened. Supposedly, he used to go to that school. This is the story I'm believing in. Fuck it. You feel me? Supposedly he used to go to that school. So he went to sit in they tent to kick it with his former teammates. And the coach said he can do it. You feel me? Boom. He goes, sits in the tent, right? And he's chilling. They already had a relationship. The white boys, the twin brothers, and Carmelo. They already had a relationship, and somehow it went bad. Right? I think Carmelo must have knocked down one of they chicks. I'm just telling you what I heard. So so then something happened. They broke his phone one day. But whatever, cool. But now he's sitting in the tent, minding his business. The Austin dude said, "Hey man, you can't be over here, nigger." Let me stop playing with y'all. Hey, that's it. You know what I'm saying? So tomorrow I'm gonna break it down for real. So then they said, the story that I believe, they said both of the brothers jumped him, punching him. He had his backpack. He grabbed that bitch. He got him one time. He just probably, get off me. Because I was telling D-Ray, if it was overhand, oh shit, it's over. If it's underhand, then he had to go, and then he probably just had to get out of there, You feel me? My partner, Jermaine, oh shit, I said his name. Fuck it, they can't, whatever. We had a club, this nigga had that thing on him. Let me stop. I can't, because you never know shit. Even though it was probably like 20 years ago. And they caught it quick. In the side. I said, oh, we got up out of there. Damn, that's fucked up, dog. That knife thing is fucked up. What the hell was he doing? I gotta call him and man, tell him that shit. That shit crazy. We had a club. And see, that's that shit. That's that low vibrational shit. You know what I'm saying? We used to roll and shit, tabs, bars, all of that shit. Alcohol, weed, the weed to let you know. That nigga pulled out in the club. The dude was yelling too. He was like, that nigga stabbed me. That nigga stabbed me. We got up out of there though. And nigga ain't heard nothing ever. Chaos in the blood. God damn. What the fuck? Now, that's crazy. Nigga, I bought a knife to school in first grade. Because of my first grade. Because I didn't go to kindergarten. I went straight to first grade. Second semester, first grade. Because I was living in St. Thomas with my grandma and them for a while. So my mama could get her footing down here in Houston. Because, my dad transitioned. So she had to figure something out quick. So she shipped us, me and my brother, to St. Thomas to stay. We stayed there for basically a damn near a year. When I finally came back, maybe a year and a half, when I finally came back here, she just placed me right in first grade and the shit. And honestly, shit, I brought a pocket knife. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't even really know it was a big deal, honestly. And so I got in trouble because I was about to fight a kid, and I think the kid was Caucasian or Spanish. And he was I don't know if he was bullying me or what. But the next day I brought that pocket knife, nigga. They suspended the hell out of my ass, boy. Had that hoe on the playground and shit. Ha! You feel me? Suspended the hell out of me. Anyway, long story short, I ended up failing anyway. They still didn't pass. They said, nah, you got to do first grade again. Because I missed so much time and shit. So boys bringing these knives, boys bringing these knives. Good boys bringing these knives. So shit, I'm gonna go over it tomorrow because I'm gonna go in depth on the whole stand your ground, all of that stuff, and then I'm gonna just give you the spiritual elements of it because there's something deeper in the fold that we gotta understand too. What's the deal, family? What's up, Will? What's good, baby? What's good? Yeah, y'all check Will out yesterday. You was on fire yesterday, boy. All right, let's keep it on rolling. Let's keep it rolling. Let's see what we got.
1, keep your fucking mouth shut. 2, do not tell people your plans until they materialize. 3, never expect to get what you give. 4, every day you get up, be better. 5, be grateful for everything that you have. 6, sometimes what you're holding on to is the one thing you need to let go of. 7, if you want to buy things without looking at the price tag, stop watching the fucking clock and work your ass off. 8, God puts people in your life for one reason. 9, the moment you start to achieve success, the devil is going to come knocking on your fucking door. 10, you're going to always upset people when you do what's best for you. 1, keep.
Okay, let's go with the last one real quick. Shout out to this guy right here. You're going to always upset people when you do what's best for you. So that's the idea and energy of saying, look, nigga, this is about self-love. This ain't about nobody else but you. These people in your world are lessons. They're living lessons that you got to understand and extract some knowledge from, some wisdom from, based off of your relationships with them, your situationships with them. So in order to gain some more clarity and some more wisdom, you have to be absolutely aware of your surroundings and who you're dealing with. So understand to the core that, people come and go, right? And if you keep on holding on to people, how do you grow? So a strong lesson people have to learn is that you can be taught what they did with this social media thing, the Facebooks, the Instagrams. They created friendships, everlasting friendships that keep on tying you back into an algorithm of people that you was dealing with in the past. So it's up to you to have the courage, the strength to rid yourself of them people, regardless of how cool y'all was back then, because that binding energy that you're creating for yourself is going to keep you in captivity in whatever old energy you was in. So I tell people all the time, hey, get rid of them, get rid of your Facebook, start a new one. You feel me? Hell, you might want to do that every 5 years because you're transforming so much. Instagram, whatever, you feel me? Build new friends, relationships, situationships, right? You're holding on to these people because you went to school with them or you was proximity friends with them. But at the end of the day, when you transition, it's just gonna be you, nigga. You're not your proximity friends. Oh man, we that they are here for a lesson learned. Even myself, you feel me? So sometimes, all the spiritual teachers, whoever, right? You gain some wisdom, some knowledge from them, cool. And then it's essentially, eventually, you'll move on and move into another level of genius and thought. And that's okay, because again, you gotta be selfless and then essentially selfish in this bitch. Where you're understanding that, okay, I'm here to have this adventure and just to experience, right? And not hold on to things. You feel me? Khadija talked about it. She was talking about the holding on to, or the attachment of people will hinder you. You feel me? Because that's a trap in itself. Hey, shout out to U of H, baby. Hey, we did that shit, boy. Go down, baby. What? H-Town. You feel me? That's even a trap, nigga. I'm a H-Town till I die. H-Town, baby. Go down. Hey, U of H came back. We was watching that game. They came back. I said, oh, yeah, watch the miracle work. Now, today, when they whooped, the city about to be on fire. U of H did that shit. That was good. Clutch City, baby. That's what we talk about, Clutch City. And I'm going to talk about that tomorrow, too, because it's going to tie into this black and white thing as well. Hey, you just got to look at how spirit works and what spirit is showing you, because at the end of the day, that's what it is. We had played, in my freshman year in college, we played TSU. I went to Jarvis, an NAIA school, right? We had played TSU, Texas Southern University, HBCU, Black College, whatever, right? And nigga, they blew us out by 40. The next day, TSU, or 2 days later, TSU played U of H. U of H blew them out by 40. I said, well, God damn. I said, damn, we must be real chump. I thought I was good at basketball. Shit. There's levels to this shit. And some of them niggas, 6'7", monsters in that bitch. I said, damn. But U of H, we had, this year we have experienced older kids, 22 and shit like that's been there, and they wasn't going to let these 18-year-olds just win the game like that. You're going to have to come and take that bitch. And they started getting physical with their ass, and it turned up. Shout out to U of H, man. That was fire. All right, let's keep it rolling.
Ask your way to success. This is one of the pieces of advice by a great success counselor, is ask, ask, ask. This three-letter word, ASK, is the key to your success in life. Ask the people who have the knowledge. If you need, hire the lawyers, hire the consultants, hire the specialists, hire the accountants. Ask your way to success. Find other people who are in your field. Find people who have the success. Find people who are experienced and go to them and ask. Why is it that people don't ask? Very simple reason. Most people are afraid of rejection. But the key to getting the things that you want in life is, first of all, you're going to have to learn it all yourself. Or second, is you can ask other people. And surprisingly enough, if you ask other people, they'll tell you. If you ask successful people what they did right, they'll tell you. If you ask successful people for their advice, they'll tell you. As a matter of fact, I was studying the life of a self-made millionaire, and he said, one of the keys to success in business is to become a negative thinker. And I thought that was astonishing, because I teach that you should be a positive thinker. And as I read on, what he said is, by that I mean is that once you come up with a great idea, take it to experts who can tear your idea apart, who can point out holes and weaknesses and flaws. Now, if you cannot plug the holes, weaknesses, and flaws, it probably means the idea isn't good enough. But if you are not willing to subject your idea to the scrutiny of critical people whose job is to find fatal flaws in something, then the idea is probably not good enough. Ask your way to...
That's good. Shout out to the brother right there. And that is a good thing. I did a thing back in the day called Why Ask Why, right? And you got to question everything you think you know and everything you think you are. Question that, because essentially you'll get to higher, deeper levels of thoughts. Shout out to Brother Rich. We asked him some real pertinent questions at particular times that, spark thought into, people that thinkers, right? Another thing you can do is ask ChatGPT. If you can't reach out to somebody and ask them, ask ChatGPT. hey, you got to utilize the tools you have. And it's interesting because this ChatGPT, they got ChatGPT now, or they got it on X. It's called Gronk or some shit. Grok. 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 And essentially, Elon Musk just took it and said, fuck it, I'm going to create my own ChatGPT. And that shit, I think theirs is free if you got Twitter or X, right? So now the information is so rampant, and I think I haven't asked this Grok thing yet. Some like real off the wall questions, like, you know, who's the first black people, who was the first people in the world or whatever, right? Because, you know, ChatGPT be biased sometimes. But with Elon Musk kind of being like real liberal and not really, you know, picking a side and shit, I think he might have that hole wide open. And that thing might give you questions that, you know, that we're looking for. You feel me? So you want to ask ChatGPT or this Grok, Grok thing on Twitter, on X, questions, because again, that will spark thought, and then you don't have to like make it a fact. Remember, this is your truth, so none of this stuff is facts. These are just ideas to spark more thought inside of you. You feel me? We're trying to make everything a fact, and that's what's fucking you up, because essentially some things will work for you and some things will work against you. So you want to be able to smoke a bag of everything and be the ultimate observer of it all, and not fall into the conundrum of, you know, saying, oh, okay, he's right because he seemed very knowledgeable and shit. That shit doesn't matter. This is about your truth. And I'm going to do something on that tomorrow as well, because it all ties into the Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf situation, that they are going to blow up. They're going to blow that thing up into another level of divide. You feel me? They're going to blow that shit all the way up. And just wait till tomorrow. I'm going to show you what you want to do in this particular time while this situation is coming up. All right, let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling.
I don't like when people have goals that they don't have habits for. You got a goal to be rich, but you got habits to be poor. That don't make sense. But if I see somebody with a goal and I'm looking at their process on a daily basis, then you showing me your trajectory, right? So that's different, because you're showing me who you becoming, right? Not just what you want. People's goals sometimes are connected to their weaknesses and not their strength. You can be inspired by seeing somebody else who has a goal of something that they have done, and that's connected to their strength. Their dream of what they live in, they're good at that. And you want what they have, but you're looking at the outcome of their process of self-development along that journey. Find out who you are first. I don't like when people
Shout out to 19 Keys. The keys, the 19 keys. Yeah, everything is done in the darkness. So out of darkness comes light. So you got to understand that when you see people shining and stuff like that, there's something that they're doing in the darkness that's bringing forth a particular level of light. And you might not be able to see it because they will never say it, right? So your habits are the driving stone of what reflects up out of you, right? It says Steph Curry shot 500 shots a day since he was 15. 500 jumpers a day. 500. But all we see is Steph doing these miraculous shots in these games and shit. But we didn't see that 500 a day that he putting up. So, you know, you want to really train into being habitually sound, right? Repetition is the key and the guide of the subconscious mind. So if you listen into an auto suggestion every day, right, essentially that's going to tripwire your mind into a different vibration sooner or later, right? If if you're working out every day or every other day or whatever, right? Essentially, you're gonna gain some muscles. You feel me, and get stronger and bigger in the gym, right? So, shit, I go to the gym every day. Y'all don't see that shit. Y'all just see the outlook. You feel me? And they getting swole in this bitch. You feel me? Look at them tries. You feel me? I wish a nigga would. I wish a nigga would in this bitch. I wish nigga would in this hoe. On your ass. What's up, Will? What's up? What's up? Ha! Get on Will ass quick in this bed. You feel me? That nigga was bigger than me. I was like, oh shit. I showed up to the conference, that master student conference, that first one. I seen my nigga Will. Oh, what's up, baby? Nigga had some size on me. I'm taller than him, but he had some size on me. Say, yeah, all right. Don't worry, I'm gonna catch your ass. Let that nigga move around now. Stop. That nigga come in my presence now. What's up, baby? It was good. Yeah, where you at? Take up space in this hole. You feel me? Quick. What's up? Shout out to the guy, baby. God damn. All right. Listen. So yeah, the habits is important. Like, I ain't gonna even lie to you. Everything is based off of habits. I've been stretching every day. And I've been seeing the improvement in me stretching. Now, yesterday, Spirit sat my bitch ass down because my knee, inside of my knee was just throbbing. You feel me? And I was supposed to go to the gym yesterday, but I didn't because I woke up and my knee was just jacked the fuck up. And I was like, damn, what the fuck is that? And I didn't judge it. I just stepped back and put some positive definitions to it. Oh, okay, Spirit, you want me to sit my ass down real quick. Don't go to the gym and do these squats today. My shit was starting. I had to get ice, elevate my shit on the couch. I was fucked up. I don't even know why either. It just happened out of nowhere. I didn't do nothing crazy. You feel me? Because I did legs on Wednesday or whatever. And yesterday was Sunday, yeah. So I don't know what the fuck that was. But I woke up this rising and it was way better. You feel me? So sometimes Spirit will just give you plays to know that, hey, you just need to rest right here. But at the same time, at the end of the day, I'm not going to stop. You know, I could have stopped and said, man, fuck it. I ain't working out no more or whatever, right? And, you know, people do crazy shit like that. And essentially, it's just Spirit might be showing you like, hey, you just need to rest right here. It's better for you to slow down right in this particular moment. You feel me? So build up habits that'll work for you. D-Ray got a habit. She cleans the house and Palo Santos and sages the house every Thursday night. And guess what, nigga? Ever since she been doing that, we've been getting manifestation after manifestation, positivity after positivity. More and more abundance has been coming to ever since she's been doing that. She's been doing it for a year now, right? And some days she'll forget, but when she does catch it, oh, I'm back. And essentially, you don't even know that the invisible is working in a strange way just by you putting that action out there. Remember, cause and effect. Just because you did the motherfucking thing there has to be an effect. So just for the mere fact that you did it is because something's going to happen. So that's important as well. You feel me? To like understand the cause and effect principle. See, you already know what you're supposed to do. You're just afraid to do it because your energy's been locked into that addiction stage. So you got to just change your physiological language to work for you in a better way. You say you want to get out of your job, but you really don't. You really said, fuck it, I've come more comfortable coming home, smoking my J, and laughing at TV. Yeah, I struggle in the first 9 hours of my day. But shit, when I come home, shit, I could smoke my J and then fuck it, I'll just get up and fight another day. But that fighting energy is keeping you stuck. Instead of you just saying, you know what, let me sacrifice this little time so I can get out of this job. Then all of a sudden you get out of the job. Now you can smoke anytime you want, baby. You feel me? You done did the alchemy. You done turned up. So you gotta, but then what happens is, strangely enough, is that your habit starts to change and you like, well, shit, I don't even need that smoke. You feel me? I'm good. I'm chilling. So then them habits starts to change inside of you, and you're like, well, I'll smoke later. And then you forget about it, and now all of a sudden you don't need the high, the stimulation, the high. You can high on life. So it is a process to get off of that addictive factor, because essentially, remember, you've been addicted for your whole damn life. My ass, I was smoking since I was fucking 18, 17, shit. You know how hard it was to break that shit quick? I mean, shit, not quick, but shit, it was a challenge to break it to where, you know, I could actually, you know, see myself in a better light. Hey, it's, you know, it is what it is. There's some of my partners still believe I smoke to this day. Like the way I used to smoke. I'm like, nah, shit, I'm good now. I'm chilling. You feel me? And that's just the way of the world. You gotta
listen to me, write this down. We don't experience life, we experience the life we focus on.
I say.
This is so important for us to remember. We don't experience life, we experience the life we focus on. So better be good at focusing on what matters most and coming up with a better meaning. If you want a better quality of life, you can't control everybody. You can control you. You can control what you do with your body and what you focus on. And whatever you focus on, you're going to feel, even if it's not true. So we better be conscious in what we focus on. Listen to me, write this down.
That'd be funny. Like when I do this Instagram thing and the Rising, they just give me Bobby Hemmett stuff. When I'm on here with y'all, it gives me all kind of people and stuff. But you know, it gives me everything else. But it's shout out to the algorithm. You know, Spirit probably said, nah, they don't need no Bobby right now. They need some of that good loving. So that's interesting how Spirit just comes into play, because all of this stuff is just me scrolling on my Instagram or whatever. Yeah, no, what you focus on, you become. So, you know, understand that the blue sky thinking is you. Nothing else. So you consciously being aware of your blue sky thinking. Remember, blue sky thinking is you seeing yourself with blue skies, happy, joyous, lucky, sunny day type of energy in your mind's eye over and over and over again all the time. So that blue sky thinking is very, very important to have in your mind, where you're seeing yourself in a positive, radiant outlook over and over and over again. You feel me? I just noticed, hey, this is look, I went to get my glasses 2 weeks ago. I went to the eye doctor and shit, right? And essentially, I got contacts now. But I'm about to get me some glasses, some real fly shit. You feel me? I'm just about to turn up on them modes real quick. Anyway, I'm at the eye doctor. This dude, the eye doctor dude, he coughing in his hand the whole time, tripping with himself, tripping with his life. Loud as hell, walking by me and shit. I'm like, all right, what the fuck? This nigga's sick or something crazy, right? He walked by again. He go from his place, walk by again, coughing loud, sneezing. Real on some dirty Arab shit, you know, whatever. Shout out to my Indian family out there, my Muslim brothers. I'm like, oh, hell nah, this nigga tripping in this hole. This nigga need to go home. Anyway, it's my turn to sit in the chair. I'm sitting in that chair, nigga. I'm waiting for, you know, the nurse comes in. She does the first exams and shit for you. And then I'm waiting for this nigga to come in. I'm thinking in my head, I know he ain't going to try to shake my hand. This nigga came in the door, bold, tough, strong, hand out. Hey, I said, I just went, hey, my guy. I started talking to the guy. I don't know what's wrong. Some of these cultures, they don't give a fuck. He really believe that I'm about to shake your hand after I see you do that whole mission of coughing and sneezing in your shit. I just hit that nigga with the, hey, what's going on, my guy? I didn't even want to do that, but you know, you got to be polite and shit because he might give you the wrong contacts and shit. Say, I said, all right. I said, you all right? You good? You're like, yeah, man, you know, allergies and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, you might want to get, hey, you know what I'm saying? I want to get that checked out real quick. Your ass sounded crazy in this hole. Let's keep it moving, y'all. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. So yeah, I got my contacts, and then I'm about to just get some real fly glasses. The glasses that I'm about to get, they just gonna be off the chain. So you might just see me with no glasses for a while. But shit, you know, nigga be fly like that. You feel me? Sleepy eyes and shit.
And you know how it is when you fall in love with somebody and how wonderful it is and your heart feels so good. Well, when you get that going with yourself, it's the most incredible thing, because other people can leave you, but you don't leave yourself. So many people fight loving themselves. And it's the one thing that's so incredible. You know, Dr. Bernard Siegel, I mean, I quote him all the time. He says, love heals. Love is the most powerful known stimulant of the immune system. Love is the big healer. When we can really get down to loving who we are, our life changes. And you know how it is when you fall in love.
That loving yourself is so important in this stuff. It is the basis of spirituality. That's what the Snow White was about yesterday. Essentially, yeah, she fell in love with the guy, but it's just her loving on herself. You feel me? And not putting up with the bullshit from the stepmom queen. So Snow White had to find the love within herself to even stand up to the stepmom queen and say, all right, fuck it, I'm loving on myself first. Based off of the kiss, she became aware and she said, hold on, nigga, this bitch got me fucked up. You feel me? And in her showing that strength to love on herself, then she can run the kingdom accordingly. So, you know, one of the aspects of loving on yourself is letting go of things that doesn't serve you. People, places, situationships, ideas, right? And starting over, having a clear slate, and then trying to figure out if, you know, if where you want to be is with these particular people in your life. And it takes courage to do that. Because again, you are attached to these low vibrational niggas based off of proximity friends, since y'all known them since the childhood and shit. And that mental alchemy that you have to do to get rid of them friends is a tough road to climb. Trust me, I've been there. I know it. Like, I got rid of my childhood friends based off of it wasn't in my spirit to be fucking with these niggas for the rest of my life and shit. So how do you get into a space of removing toxicity from you? It takes courage. It takes you being completely holistically in love with yourself. So one thing you want to do is, again, essentially the mirror work is heavy. The mirror work is heavy, right? You got to look at yourself every day and say, damn, I am gorgeous. I am fine. I am sexy. I love me. Oh man, I love the way I do this. Oh my God, I love my look. I love my lips and shit. Man. We watched that movie, Both Eyes, the girl that played in Snowfall with the dude with the big ass lips. And I was telling D-Ray, she looked just like that girl from Swarm, boy. Both of them look like twins in this bitch. Them lips. Something about them lips. I'm like, damn, are they shit. They could damn near be sisters in this hoe. The Swarm girl and the girl from Snowfall. Look, identical twins with them lips. I said they must see black people. We got them lips, boy. We got them lips. If you don't got no lips, then I don't know. You might have a little white in you. You feel me? Black people, we gonna have them big ass lips. You feel me? Ask D-Ray about my lips. She love them. She love these lips. She like, this nigga eating my shit. Ha. Hell nah. Like, damn, they got them. Boy. Let me stop playing with y'all, dog. Let me stop playing. So much so we had to look it up. She called her double ganger. She said, yeah, that might be my double ganger because we look just alike. Them lips. So I'm like, they must have been from the same tribe. You feel me? All right, let me do a few more and we're going to get up out of here, man.
The secret of letting go is knowing that life will give you something better than whatever it asks you to give up. That's the secret of letting go. It's the secret of being fearless. It's the secret of being at peace with yourself. Because when we realize that life is one beautiful whole movement that cannot contradict itself, that is not in conflict with anything that it does within itself, and that we as human beings have the ground of that very life as the stuff of our soul, then you tell me, why is it that when things come along that we don't want, we resist them? And the answer is simple. Because we think life has come to take something away from us. And on one hand, yes, it has. But it never takes that it doesn't give us something better. And the secret of letting
what you resist, is what persists. What you resist is what you persist. So you got to let it go. Let go of all the low vibrational thoughts, all the low vibrational people, just like I was just saying earlier, right? Just surrender to becoming anew. The addiction in your physiological language in your nervous system is going to turn on because it's trying to survive. The ego, your cells, is trying to survive. So they're used to a certain programming that you fed it for so long. So yes, your body is going to fight. So that's when you start to have more of the intrusive thoughts and then more of the feeling of, you have to do it this way, or you need this weed, or you need this alcohol, whatever, right? Or you need this person in your life, whatever, right? Because that feeling, your body is going to try to get you to what you're used to. So the ego is trying to keep you safe, comfortable, and in the same state that you've grown to know. In order to change, you're going to have to become something new. So you're going to have to go through a process of surrendering whatever that trash, low vibrational stuff is. You're going to have to surrender to it and let the body do what it's supposed to do, which is not you. It's going to fight, and that's okay. That fight is a part of the process. Whatever you do fast, you feel that same thing too. As it's fighting, it's just up to you to keep moving forward and not letting the body be your God. Because essentially that's all that's happening is your body is becoming your God. And your body becoming your God is a travesty to your self. Because again, if you want to change your world, you're going to have to become somebody new. And that somebody new might have to be more assertive, might have to speak up for himself, might have to take charge, right? Might have to be able to learn how to stay quiet in moments. Might have to be able to get up at 5 a.m. That new self that you're claiming to want to have and become has to be able to surrender to some of the emotional, like for instance, me, right? I wake up 4:30 in the morning. I don't have nowhere to go. I don't got no job. So what is that? You feel me? But I know in them quiet times, that's when I can get my work in for my self-development, right? To really hone in on self with the meditations, the silent meditations, the audio auto suggestions, the stretching, even like Kundalini yoga, whatever I'm doing in the particular time, chakra work. I can even tap into my ancestor work. You feel me? If I'm invoking a deity, that's some, you know what I'm saying? I just invoked one the other day. I'm not going to let y'all know, but you know, that's part of the work. Stuff like that is a big move, shift into your world that you remember cause and effect, the law of cause and effect. There has to be a reaction to that action that you just took. So me waking up at 4:30 in the rising for no reason or to get my particular work in is a necessary evil I have to do to turn up on my destination. And shit, again, I'm doing that because I love me. You feel me? So I'm fueling myself with just loving on me more and more to where, yeah, okay, I don't got nowhere to be, but I bet you I'm going to get up for me. Bet you I'm going to step up for me, myself. Me, myself, and I. You feel me? All right, let's do one more. Let's do one more, baby. Let's do one more.
First relationship you need to be in is with yourself.
Yes.
First and foremost. When you give yourself what you need, then it is possible, not inevitable, but possible to attract someone who will then reflect to you that you are giving yourself what you need, and they can help magnify that to you and support you in that. So remember, love relationships are not about actually, shall we say, getting love directly from the other person because you don't have love for yourself. It's about the other person loving you in a way that allows you to learn to love yourself more.
Oh, shit.
That's what a healthy relationship is. First relationship you need to be.
That's fly. Shout out to Bashar. So yeah, you're in a mirrorverse, right? So you're just gonna attract the people that's going on, what's going on in the inside of you. So essentially you got to understand that if you want a healthy, loving relationship, right, you can't be afraid of that because you're addicted to goddamn low vibrational music and shit. And you just love the gangsters, the thug, whatever the fuck you believe you love, right? No, he treats me so he just be beating my ass, but I know he loved me. No, that's trauma. And that means you don't love yourself because that means you're beating your own self up. So females, no guy should be putting their hands on you, and then the same vice versa, fellas, A female shouldn't be verbally attacking you. So you have to be able to look at your female, your mate, and be honest with yourself and not afraid and say, all right, I'm doing my work inside. You feel me? And I'm loving on myself more and more. So there has to be a change or some kind of reflection outside of me that says, this goddess is loving on me as well, the way I love on myself, because that means I respect myself first. You feel me? Nigga, she got you fucked up if you got yourself fucked up. If you think you about to put up with abuse from outside reflection based off of convenience or whatever the fuck. No, nigga, it's niggas gonna have to be, it's a reciprocity thing. So even in that Snow White, right, they fell in love with each other based off of them having mutual respect for each other, right, growing into that respect, and he came and saved her, which is the Shakti Shiva, to become whole, to become one holistic being. So you're being holistic with even low vibrational people, because that's a match of the trauma bonding situation that you want to see yourself in. So again, if you want to change your world and get out of them particular situations that's not serving you your greater good, then you're going to have to love on yourself heavy so much to where you, all right, I'm gone. It don't matter if you got kids with them or whatever. You feel me? You got to go. You got to get up out of there if they're not reflecting the same energy that you're reflecting inside of yourself, that you're loving on inside of yourself. Ha! There's no way that can happen. So that means you ain't loving on yourself enough if she's disrespecting you, or you, or the guy is disrespecting her. You feel me? You are what you attract. So you have to really understand that to the core. It's a holistic mirror that you're seeing. Give a fuck what they talking about, boy. And you can't be afraid to say, oh, I'm be alone. That's good. You probably need to be alone. You feel me? Because that's where you get your work in to figure out who you are. So run to self-love first. When I'm working on myself, well, I'm working on myself all the time. So, but obviously I know this self-love is inside of me. So my reflection, D-Ray, has no choice but to be that thing. And that's all I see every day, straight love from my wife. So now, obviously, shit. And there ain't no other way around it, nigga. You feel me? And that's just and that's how it just be. You feel me? It's not no, what you gonna do, what? So that's important to understand within yourself. Like, this is about you loving on yourself and not letting, these goofy niggas do certain things to you that doesn't serve you at all. You feel me? You talking about you dealing with, see, I had a consultation the other day, and this female, essentially, she was just dealing with little boy energy. But I was explaining to her, like, nigga, that nigga don't got nothing to do with you. It's all you. You dealing with that shit because you're attracted to it. And you need to find a space to figure out, slow down, silence your mind, find some time to silence yourself, right? And get into a repetitious factor of meditating so you can start loving on yourself more than you loving on this little boy that's doing whatever to you. You feel me? Because again, just based off of you not having no self-respect for yourself, that means your inside is poisoned. So you looking in the mirror and you literally in a space of, I hate myself when you look in the mirror. That's essentially what I'm hearing. I don't give a fuck how long y'all been in a relationship. You feel me? That's all I hear. It doesn't matter what. So, tough love, I'm just giving you the tough, honest to God truth. You're going to have to take that little boy energy. If you want to move around, I'm saying, okay, well, you still, you got this little girl energy inside of you that's afraid to, step up for yourself or love on yourself. You feel me? No matter if you paying all the bills or whatever the fuck. You feel me? That shit, none of that shit matters. You a boss bitch in this hoe. And you need to act like it and address yourself. And these niggas need to address you accordingly. These niggas don't have. And then see, that's what I be saying. Y'all got my daughters fucked up in this hoe. What? My daughters, they gonna be beasts around this bitch. Let a nigga, I wish a nigga would. They gonna have, see, and that's the thing, it starts with loving on yourself first so you can radiate a specific energy that vibrates and attracts the right people into your life that will respect you, that will love you, that will honor you for you. Yes, sir, family. Yes, sir. I love and appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, tomorrow. The Austin Metcalf and the Carmelo Anthony tomorrow. Spiritual information and ties to that. Y'all not gonna want to miss that, because one is gonna be funny because you know how Dream get. And then two, it's just gonna be a whole channel download for the family so we can gain some light and some clarity on the situation and what spirit is actually communicating to us in that particular time. So yes, sir, family. I love and appreciate y'all. Tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Peace to the gods.